propositions. The bad news, though, is that they do end up losing often their life savings through these things that are called Ponzi or pyramid schemes. Well, this morning, the South African Reserve Bank will launch an awareness campaign in order to try and educate the public about illegal deposit taking or get-rich-quick schemes. Hlengani Mathebula is the head of Group Strategy and Communication at the South African Reserve Bank, and he joins me now to talk a little bit about this problem. Hlengani, unfortunately, it is one of those things that has been with us for decades, and yet we continue to fall prey to these schemes. Let's start at the beginning. What are these illegal deposit-taking schemes, or Ponzi schemes, or pyramid schemes that we're talking about?
Peter, I think you're right. It's going to be with us for a very long time until the public wake up to the fact that there is no such thing as you can get rich within weeks or days. So a Ponzi scheme, it's where the prankster invites you to invest some money with a promise of some wealthy returns in a very short space of time. So in a Ponzi, you are not expected to do anything. You just put in your first money, but for it to be sustainable anyway, it will depend on a stream of money coming through. The pyramid scheme, on the other hand, is that you put an initial amount of money, but you are expected to then invite a lot of people to sustain the scheme.
And that's recruiting now.
You have to recruit. Now, this is the one that unfortunately most South Africans get caught up with because it relies on blackmail. And I say blackmail because it targets people that you know. So it is your brother-in-law, it's your sister, it's your uncle, it's somebody that you know that because they have been in this scheme first, all of a sudden they are driving a flashy car, all of a sudden they have this house that you didn't think they have, that they are not working. So you think, oh no, if he can get it, now I get into
it. The idea of recruitment, isn't this multi-level marketing, which is legal? How can I tell the difference between a multi-level marketing thing, you know, like these products that you sell, etc., and this pyramid scheme?
All I say is that if the money is yours in this current economic climate, and you know you have worked hard for it, just take a little bit of moment, just ask the person that is coming to sell this product, is he or she accredited to be able to sell you a product that can give you returns?
Right.
If they are not accredited, therefore they have no basis even trying to sell you something that you need to put a cent on.
Right, so there's got to be an actual physical product that's exchanging hands between people in these kinds of scenarios. Because a lot of these schemes, there's nothing really, it's just money moving up and down, isn't it?
Well, a lot of these schemes, what happens is that they come and say, look, put in so much, and then you must get 10 people more, then 10 people comes in, another 20 comes in. And by the time it can no longer be sustainable, can no longer pay returns, remember, it does not make profits. The only profit they have to pay the first person, it's money from Peter. So they're borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. And by the time there's no longer enough of Johns coming through, the schemes start to fall through the cracks. And then the fraudsters, what do? They pick the money that they have there. So let me give you a good example, classical example, is that sometime last year, we told people, don't invest on something called Defense X. And people said to us, you know, you guys are crazy. This thing has made us money. The court took decision to say, don't invest in this thing. We're freezing money. People continue to invest. It took down 200,000 people. Okay? 840 million rand later. By the time we stopped it, there was only about 300 million left in the account. 500 million gone. Now, I get on average 40 to 50 emails a day. When am I going to get my money? It's gone. It doesn't matter. You can call me all you like. The money is gone.
All right. You know, I guess at the end of the day, I'm still worried that people can confuse these things with other schemes. I mean, Stokvels collect money and give out money. So you would think if you're not very sophisticated, it might be a sophisticated stokvel?
It doesn't. It doesn't. Look, you need to look for three things.
Yeah.
One, it has to be something that is registered either with the Reserve Bank if it is going to take money from you.
Okay, that's important.
A stokvel is going to take money and go deposit it to the bank.
Right.
So that's the first one.
Right.
It has to either be registered by the bank with the bank if it's going to comply with the Banks Act,
right,
or it must be registered with the FSB, or it must be registered with the National Credit Regulator. If it's not registered with any of those, then it certainly can be with thousands of people. There is no stokvel, Peter, that you can tell me about that has 20,000 people affiliated to it.
Right.
It will be very small. It will be limited to people of a particular community that are based on a particular need and within a localized environment.
Okay.
These things are not localized.
We're going to have to leave it there, but let's just hope that somebody pays attention today and doesn't get caught up in these. Thanks so much for your time.
Only a pleasure.
All right. Okay.